Good morning, everyone. Good morning. As always, hoping everyone has an amazing day. Hold on, y'all. Excuse me, like I'm a little warm right now, so y'all see something black start dripping. It's the little hair stuff I put on my hair. I do have baby hair, but I put like a tint on it sometimes. I don't need it, but sometimes I like it. So my forehead don't look like a five head. It is what it is. But anyway, I hope everyone have an amazing day. Love yourself no matter what. Just remember that. Love yourself no matter what. Never feel bad about how you look, how you sound, or whatever. As long as you're doing right, that's all that matters. But let me get to the topic. So right now, I think the topic I have is, what are you watching? So for everyone in the world, I don't know, but how many of y'all know about a vision board? A vision board. A lot of people probably heard about it. A vision board, if you haven't, a vision board is basically something that you create. You can create it on like a screensaver. You can put it on paper. You can put it on a poster board. And what it is what the things that you want to happen in your life, you put on this board. And anything you want in your life, it could be money, it could be a house, it could be something specific or something at least in that range. So maybe you can put a picture of your dream house. You could put a picture of something that's similar to what it could look like. It could be a picture of family. It could be positive words. It can be, working out, getting pictures of money, beauty, traveling, faith, overcoming something, right? So there's a lot of people that do this. So like I said, you can have a screensaver, because the more you focus on something, the more, for the most part, the more your mind get programmed. This is how you program yourself. You program to focus on what you want, and then what happens is you get into a point where you start putting those things into place, into plans, because you want it that bad. So it's like, I want that house. I want that specific house. So if you want that specific house, you start doing your research, looking the house up, either looking at how much the house costs, the locations and all of that, or you can be the other part of it. You can say, okay, how much it costs to build that house? If I need to build a house, how much? What do I need? What steps I need to take in order to build the house that I want to live in? You understand? So now you got to get into the mindset. Okay, I'm going to use me as a mindset, all right? So what if it's a specific house I want? Right now, I know that in order to get this house, so I'm going to have my mind right. I'm going to have to be in a positive mindset for one. That means I got to shut anything out that's negative. So if there's people saying you can't have this house, you will never get this house, you can't afford this house. All right. You're not in my frequency for to go forward. So I need to push you to the side. You're in my lane. Get out of my lane. Bye-bye. Bye. Go. All right. Push that out of your head. All right. Now you got to look at your current situation. You got to say, okay, all right, I'm going to look at my situation. Currently, I'm in a situation where I don't have a job, all right? I'm going to just go, technically, this is job, so I'm going to just explain it to the world. It look like she don't have a job, okay? She don't have finance, she don't have this, and she don't have that, okay? I had to figure out, how can I get this house, all right? My thing is this: am I willing to spend the time to do whatever it takes to get this house? All right. How long am I looking to invest to get this house? All right. So you got to look at your age. You got to look at all of these things, because these are factors. Because the more something costs, the longer it takes for you to do what it need to get there. And the reason why I say it like that is because you have to look at the world as, if I want to keep it, I'm gonna have to take the long road. If I want to get it fast and where I just get to enjoy it for a little time, I'm going to take the short road. So the short road is someone that think they can overnight success. All right. You like, oh, I just do something stupid or crazy and the world going to know about me, and bang, there's my bank money right there. Bow. Okay. If you look at life like that, maybe the house is worth let's say $300,000 for you. The house that you want is $300,000, right? And you're like, man, I need $300,000. I seen people do some dumb stuff out here and they got success overnight. All right, do a couple shows, my 15 minutes success. All right, now you can buy the house. You gotta ask yourself, I need to maintain this house. Do I have enough of money to be able to pay the light bill, pay the water bill, the maintenance bill? Because you know you gotta keep your yard and everything clean and whatnot. You gotta keep the house taken care of. The money for to buy the furniture in the house, your luxuries, whatever your amenities or whatever. You need food in this house. You need a lot of things for this house. See, that's the thing. When we look at vision boards, we only see the outside, but we don't pay attention to the things we need on the inside. Okay, so you gotta ask yourself, how long am I willing to focus on this one thing? All right. But you got to look at it. You got a vision board, right? You got a vision board. So I just said house. All right. You got to think about family. You got to think about your health. Because if you're not in good health, how can you be able to get this house? You got to calculate all of that. You want the car. The car need car insurance. The car need gas, or it's electric, whichever, or hybrid, whatever you want. What about the relationship? Well, you want to be married, so you got to think about your mental. All right, am I in the right mind just to get this person? Am I looking at, when I look at that guy, am I looking at him because I just want somebody to look good on my shoulder beside me? Or do I want them to have a good mental state? So if I want them to have a good mental state, I got to have a good mental state as well. What else? Oh, I want that name brand. Okay, I'm not into person stuff like that, but what if it's like a bag, you know, clothing? Okay, I want those type of clothing. Okay, well, if you want those type of clothing, can you fit in those clothing? Okay, if I want that specific designer style, I know that designer style only operate in certain sizes. So am I in the right size frame for all of that? All right, I see this big bag of money that I want to have. All right, what in the world I'm going to do to get that big bag of money? Because, all right, maybe I hit the lottery and that's how I have that money. But what I'm going to do after the fact? Because it's just a picture. It's just there. All right, what if I want to get that degree? All right, I did all the work to get that degree, but do I even want the job? Or is it that I'm looking at the degree because I saw the money beside it? Do I even want to stay in that career? How long do I want to stay in that career? Do I want to stay in it for a year, 5 years, 20 years? Is this the career I'm gonna live my life, retire off of? Okay, is that part. What else? Working out. All right, how am I eat and this the stuff? Do I want to get a gym membership? Do I want to go get the body done? Because if I'm looking at this girl and she got this body, all right, and my body ain't bodying, do I want to get the gym membership, or do I want to go and do the fast route and just pay the money to get this BBL and stuff? But I have to realize, if I do the BBL and stuff, there's a maintenance to it. Because if I can't afford the maintenance to make sure that when my body chemistry is not mixing well with that body, can I afford to go back to the hospital to get those things taken care of? Because eventually I'm going to have to take that stuff out. So do I want the body for 5 years, 10 years? Because depending on what age I am, once I get in my 50s and 60s, my skin is still going to change. So do I really want that body for that age? Because if I'm not going to stay working out, then that body ain't going to work right. Okay. You get what I'm saying? See, the thing about us is we look at the picture, but we forget what's behind it. We forget what we need to do behind it. We forget the maintenance behind it. Now, what I said, y'all probably like, oh my God, why are you making my life more difficult? Listen to what I said. Why are you making my life more difficult? So that means you don't want it. You just told yourself that life it's not worth your time because it's too difficult. It's too difficult. That life is not worth your time. So why are you watching it for? Why are you staring at it for? You don't want to put the work in. Everything that's on that vision board, you have to continue working for it. No different in that house. You did all the work to get that house. You did all the work to get the money and everything. You got everything in the house. But then what happens? Life happens. When life happens, is the house still worth you fighting for? Do you want to fight for that house? So say, for example, for me, I lost my legs, right? I lost my ability to walk. But I want that house. Is it worth me figuring out how to walk again to maintain myself so I can still get to that house? You understand? Life happens. Are you still willing to maintain the vision that you receive? Are you still willing? If it's not, then why are you watching it? Why are you staring at it? Why are you wasting time on something that even when life knocks your ass, oh, I did good into that moment for 5 days? 4 days. I think 4 or 5 days. Start over. I'm proud that I at least got 4 days. I think 4 days. I'm not cursing to y'all. But that was a half. I didn't really complete the last S. I think. Okay, no matter. That was a sidebar. Okay, back to the message. My bad. But when it comes to that life, are you willing to sacrifice yourself for it? So like I said, when I lost my ability to walk, I still wanted my house. Alright? In my head, I'm in it already. That's what I had to do. You're in it. You in your house. So how you going to maintain it? Because if you can't walk, who's going to maintain the maintenance of this house? What you willing to sacrifice? Why are you sacrificing my legs? No, you didn't. That was part of the purpose, to see how bad you want to keep it. What you mean that's part of the purpose? Well, in order to know if that's something that you really deserve, sometimes you're going to have to lose something to gain the rest. Meaning that if you want to be able to maintain something longer than the time frame, sometimes we got to go through things to strengthen us up so we can know why we fought so hard in the first place. Think about it. How many of y'all have TVs and you take it for granted? You can watch it every single day, every single day, every single day. Ain't nothing wrong with a TV, but what you want? A bigger one. You want a bigger one, right? Why you need a bigger one? The one you had was just fine. So we need to see, are you still wanting what you really dream for? Because guess what? There's another part to it. Do you shortchange yourself in the dream you was looking at? Because if now you realize you deserve a bigger TV, then why do you work so hard for the little one? What you mean why I work so hard for the little one? I know in life we have to take steps. But if you knew that you wanted that bigger TV, the bigger house the whole time, why you buy the small one in the first place? Why you didn't sacrifice and just say, I'm going to wait till I get what I really want? See, there's some things in life that we can get now. If you want a bigger TV, just get a bigger TV. But when it comes to bigger dreams, okay? Sometimes you need to know when to hold it and when to fold it. So say, for example, it's like a business. Sometimes you got to start with a small business until you build yourself up to get something bigger. Like a person that could have a braid, like a hair shop. They might be the only braider or the hair person, right? But then they want to have other people, or barbershop. Then you want to have other people to work in the barbershop with you so you can have a vacation day if you want it. It's like that. But the thing about it is, are you willing to sacrifice for the bigger blessings? Because sometimes this is what happens. So maybe I was focusing on just a family house, right? Family house. But God said, you deserve bigger, because you worked so hard just for the family house that you deserve a bigger family. How bad do you really want the bigger blessing? So in this point, you're going to have to lose something. All right? But I want to see how hard you're going to fight for that bigger family. Do you really want that bigger family? Yeah, I never thought I wanted that. I never thought I would want a bigger family. Well, this is the thing. I see there's more in you, and you deserve more. And if you was willing to sacrifice this time, these things, all of this, and you was able to maintain what you did have, then I can bless you with more. because you understand the value of the work that you put in the first time. But only in order for you to get to the next level, I'm going to have to take something from you to see how hard you're gonna work for the other. Because I want to see how much do you really appreciate what you did get. And if you're willing to fight for to go back, then you will be willing to fight to go forward. So for my situation, because of what I went through, I lost my family. I didn't lose, but they got split up. In that process, I could have just left things the way it was. And just move forward and say, forget it. I don't care. I'm just going about my life. I don't care. But I start fighting for what I had because I appreciate what I had. It wasn't that I threw it away. It ain't that I didn't care anymore. But I was willing to sacrifice to fight for what I had because I knew that I deserved it. I worked hard for that. So, God said, now you want the bigger family? Now you want to be able to have the cars, you want to be able to have the money, you want to be able to have all these things. So now fight for it. You did it once with willing legs. But why I got to lose them now in order to get this? Because it's a bigger blessing. Because in order for you to appreciate what you had, in order to appreciate where you're going, you got to appreciate where you had. Each step counts. And if you can't appreciate the steps that you've taken, then why should I bless you with something else? Because what's going to happen, you're going to walk all over it. So when y'all look at these vision boards and y'all look at this stuff, you need to ask yourself, is it worth it? If you feel like it's too much, then you're telling yourself you're not worth the life you want to live. You're not worth the peace that you deserve. Anything is going to be trials and tribulations because you need to know if you deserve it. What you fight for is what you deserve. Now you can take the easy route, get your overnight success, get your quick body change, get your quick money, get your quick family, get your quick house, get your quick job, and all of that. Right? But just remember, when you get everything quick, you're quitting on yourselves. It ain't just a vision anymore. You're just bored. On that note, y'all have a blessed day.